I'd say the cows want to get fed. This is Thursday. On Monday we preg tested and it was absolutely gorgeous. There was no snow at all. It was dry. It was just beautiful. And then Tuesday it snowed and it was really wet snow. And then like last night it froze really, really hard, and yet I'm still breaking through water everywhere. I've been feeding the cows beet pulp and silage, and I just use the tandem truck to take it out and then dump little piles. And I can't even drive out here, so today the cows are going to get fed green feed. I fed them when the calves are still on them. I fed them green feed and then corn silage and beet pulp, but today they're just going to get green feed, I think, or maybe I'll give them some hay too. But yesterday I got the tandem stuck. Woo, this boat fell. Got the tandem stuck unloading the beet pulp because it got so, but water was running everywhere yesterday, so I better crack this gate and get in here before the cows come out. Well, I got a couple bales fed now. You see what the ice does. It makes for really messy twine because you can't pull off the twine without getting ice. That's why I don't have net wrap, because then you need a whole different tractor just to carry all your net wrap back with you. But like I said before, the next baler I get will probably be net wrap just because it'll be faster, but I'll have to buy a real bale processor then. But we better go get some more feed for these cows. Then I got to get dry cows hauled to the auction market. But they like it, they fight for it, so I said I like feeding the beet pulp and silage while we still have beet pulp, because they had a catastrophe in the beets this year and over half of the beets are still on the ground because they got froze so bad that they were rotting. So we won't get beet pulp. We'll be done beet pulp by Christmas. But we'll get more bales and keep feeding them. Yes, behind me is the bale yard we normally would get bales at, but I've got bales everywhere, so I got a bunch of bales by the silage pile. We'll go get there. I'll bring you out when we're doing some more. Now, I put out a couple more bales, and you can see right here, this whole row moved over to see what the new stuff was, but by lunchtime, there you won't be able to hardly tell I fed. You'll see the odd little piece of straw, and you'll see that the snow is cleared. Other than that, you won't tell that I fed there. But I'll feed them some more later. But I gotta really get those dry cows hauled up. So let's go work on that. I brought you back sooner, but right ahead of me, that's where I fed the beet pulp and silage yesterday. And there's waste. Don't anyone say there's not. There is waste. But I had, that's how I fed them yesterday. And then, as you notice, those cattle over there, try not to go so fast, and then over here is where the water is and everything. So what I like to do is, right now I'm trying to feed them in the field to spread manure and spread nutrients, but I like the cows to get exercise. You know, they're no different than any other expected mother. Is they need to keep getting exercise. So if I can feed them out in the field and they have to walk in for water, then they're guaranteed to walk so much a day. And like I said, later on I'll feed them some more, and I'll just keep feeding them further away. And yesterday, I just knew that this was hard packed, so that's where I fed the silage and pulp, because I've been working my way out to the west. So anyhow, I thought I'd just point that out, that I try to make the cows walk every day. If I was on a big ranch and, you know, you could send the cows out browsing, it'd be different. But my dad went and visited his friend, and his winter pasture is 20,000 acres. So his cows have to walk on 20,000 acres, and there's only so many water holes. So, but he had 100 cows fall into a dugout on Sunday, so he's not sure what's under the ice, but the ones that didn't crawl out, he pulled out. But when you run a ranch on rented pastures, then you do it my way. One day I'm hoping to have an expansive land, but I need to win the lotto first. But I better shut this gate. You can tell I have ADHD when you watch my videos, because I can't concentrate on one thing. But this is my horse pasture, is what I call it. These horses will all get turned out except for I'll lock Mystic up or Sue, so I have something to catch cows on. And I call this my horse pasture. And like I said, they're still there for now. Hopefully they'll be all out in the field grazing here by next weekend. But over where that, what I call the calf shed over there, on the other day, on Tuesday, I was out trucking horses for someone, and I come home, and Jessica had come home from school, and she said there was over 100 cows in here eating the hay for the horses. So the fence was broken, and there was a post sheared right off and one pulled right out of the ground. So either there was a pack of dogs or a cat that come by, because whatever it was scared them pretty good, because they said there was just 30 foot of fence just missing. So I had to, and then all the horses were out in the field, so I had to go get them in and fix the fence, and so it was an adventure. But I'll park this and we'll go get dry cows. Just fed grain to these heifers, but they're just still getting on it, so I go and stand them all up so that not one of them gets to eat it all. And then there's a dry heifer in there that needs to get sold. But this walking through this stuff, everything's walking like a tender-footed horse, because it's hard and lumpy and bumpy. Woo! I just sunk. I just checked the water. And I dropped. So the consensus is I've made a decision. I will not be hauling dries up today, because where my pickup is there, I don't know if I'll be able to get out. And it's pretty rough and soft. So it's hard and lumpy. Shake the crap out of everything, and then you, here, hold on. So it's hard and lumpy, and shake the crap out of everything, and then you break through. That's what happened to my pickup. But everything's got ice on it, so I had to hit that, and then all my panels are frozen in, so that's kind of a problem. But there's the dries over here. Here's the little bulls, and some of them I made into steers. I think 5 head I cut, like that little guy right there. But then there's some others. That crop-eared one we're looking at, we cut him. There's a heifer that escaped, but her mom's a dry, so I just put her there. Anyhow, we'll haul those next week. We'll just keep feeding them. But like, I couldn't open this. It was all frozen. So I'll go get a load of bales, small bales that I needed to do for a long time, and I'll do that instead. But like I said, all of a sudden I dropped, and it was as if I just hit something, so we'll see if I can drive again. Yesterday it was so wet and froze then I couldn't even move my gear shift in my truck. Sniper, load up! He'll get really low. Hurry up. We're not government workers. You can't make it from there, you gotta get closer. Load up, hurry up. Come on. Hurry up, load up. I don't know why he doesn't do things when the camera's on. Hurry up, load up. Well, I better go help him, I guess. So this is what I'm talking about. Is there's water standing, and then you break through, and like I said, the pickup without a trailer can turn around and back up, but not so good with gooseneck on. And here I'm not too worried, there's rock underneath, so you can't get stuck too much. But as soon as I turned the camera off and then yelled at Sniper, he got loaded in. But for some reason, he doesn't like to do it with the camera. I tried showing him how he sits in his kennel and waits till I tell him before he eats. And anytime I tried to video him doing that, I can tell him up and eat like 3 times and he won't do it. As soon as I put the phone back in my pocket, then as soon as I say it once, then he'll eat. But I guess he's kind of a diva. He wants to be on camera all the time. But like I said, I think we'll go haul 100 so small square bales home. Right, Diva Dog? Mm-hmm. Okay, I'll shut this gate. And of course, this is one of those gates that if everything stays out, I'm okay, but guarantee you if I leave home, something will walk out. So just keep it shut. That's where my wife grew up, right over there. I'm at her uncle's place, and that's how close she grew up to her uncle. But her dad and uncle, she has other uncles, but this uncle, they're twins, and her grandmother was a twin. So it's kind of cool that her grandmother was a twin and then she had twins. So this is all loaded full of small square bales, and these bales are all over a year old, but that's what happens in family deals. I've got about 400 bales to gather up. Those are all bottom bales. This weekend the snow will all be gone, and I'll flip those all up and dry them off, and then next time come, that's where Robin's uncle and aunt live. And then I put up this hay the last couple of years, and then I do a few other things because it's family. So you marry into family and you got to treat them like your own anyway. So, but I got to take the rest of this hay home, try to get that done. There's only about 400 bales left. I can put 100 bales in the stock trailer. So the reason I put it in the stock trailer is because then the DOTs can't get me, because the hay laws for transporting hay in Alberta, everything has to be strapped on little bales. It's a real pain in the butt. So it's easier to haul it in the stock trailer. There's the old bale wagon. Anyhow, better get home. It's lunchtime. It's after lunchtime, and when you're like me, you don't like missing meals, so go home and eat. I just had to visit. Anytime I come, I end up visiting longer than I end up loading, but when you're 83 years old and don't leave the house anymore. It takes a little bit of time. You have to get a visit when people come by. So this is Dad's truck, so I better get it home and unload the bales and he can have his truck back. Seeing as I didn't haul dries today, but we better head her, so hop in for a ride. You guys ever listen to Cord Lund? He sings a song called, I think it's called No Roads, and he talks about the sheep camp in the coulee. Well, as long as I don't get a ticket for distracted driving, I'll show you the little cabin. It's right there. It's dug into the side of the hill, and that's the sheep camp that he talks about in the coulee. I just thought you'd get a kick out of that if you're a Cord Lund enthusiast, or you listened to his songs before. I grew up with him. He's older than me though, but we'll cross the river here now. Hopefully there's not a cop sitting on the other side saying, "Oh, he's had a phone, give him a ticket." I think it's a $180 ticket, so I better put it down. Got the horse's water trough filled up. I do that every day. When we had our snowstorm, I didn't, because the horses can't eat snow. And as much water as was there was no issues. But there's still 5 inches of snow in the backyard here, so you can tell there's quite a bit of difference in snow from where I hauled the hay than where at home. So Crimson. Oh, Ray, are you gonna come for some scratches? Oh, you laid in the mud, you little bugger. Pretty tough. All 3 of you are half siblings. See what happens when your horses play in wire just for fun? And Lorraine's full sibling to Tough. Gotta climb over the fence here. Let me see how wild Ray is. She's a little wild bugger. Little spoiled brat. Haven't weaned her yet. Don't be eating on me there, Tough. I'm not afraid to beat a horse. I'm not afraid to beat you, you wild little bastard. And you see they're fine with the dog. Anyhow, Ray's a little attention girl too. She likes to get scratched. I don't scratch her very often. Put my glove in my pocket before Tough eats it. Anyhow, we'll see if Ray likes to get her back scratched, but not her head touched. So we'll see. Anyhow, I need to get her in and halter break her. See? These wild little buggers. Yeah, you two are wild too. You guys need to get rode. And then Lorraine, I haven't even halter broke her yet. Hey, you old bugger. So, anyhow, that's the family there. There's the mom and her 4 progeny. So I better get unloading hay, or Mystic will come and chew on me, eh, Mystic? You wild old girl, eh? You ranch bronc. They like their feed. There's Sue. Gotta ride him one of these days. Put some miles on. And Crow is his half brother. And Tiger's his 3/4 brother. Hey, Tiger? Well, I better unload hay. Hopefully, yeah, blew you, wild bugger. Anyhow, this video is probably way too long. And I did look up, Cor Blund's song is No Roads Here. So, anyhow, be sure to comment. Hey, don't bite me. Rate and subscribe and have yourselves a great day. Sniper! Sniper, come on, load this hay. You know, a good healer dog. Oh, the other thing is, Cor's parents were the people that first brought blue healers to Canada, so that's a tidbit for you. So Sniper, unload the hay. Dogs these days, they don't listen to you. He got ran over the other day. That cow worked him over good and stepped right on top of his guts, and he didn't yelp or nothing. He got up, bit her on the face, and then she threw him 10 feet in the air, and he come back and grabbed her by the tail. So I was pretty proud of that little dog. He hung on to her, and I'll tell you, she went, he didn't, but he got pretty beat up, but he hung in there. Them blue healers, you can't hurt them. You kill them every once in a while, but you can't hurt them. Anyhow, seeing as Sniper's not gonna unload the hay, I better. Take care.